Welcome. 2 weeks is a long time. Chronicles of the Coast. Well, if you are watching, then you already know the URL for it, so I'm not going to bother with that. I am Jesse Fontaine, the Dungeon Master, and I am running tonight's game, an adventure taking place in Waterdeep in the setting of Dragon Heist by Wizards of the Coast. Today is our real main session. Story shall continue. Last time we played 2 weeks ago, our players had found one another. Their characters are now entwined in mystery and commitment. They have a reason to be together, and they were making their way to the Yawning Portal, the hub of adventurers for the city of Waterdeep, a city enshrouded in winter and cold. The winter has just begun. It is still early. The first snows have fallen. Many of the streets are clear due to the Dung Sweepers Guild. They do their best to keep the streets clear. Daniel, isn't Grim Timbers a member of the Dung Sweepers Guild?
That's a big negatory, good buddy. I'm not sure where you came up with that. Maybe on paper.
Yeah.
DM's throwing up shade.
You know, I was just wondering. It's something that I thought of. I don't know.
Yeah, you might have a machine for that.
You are now. Can you just make up a guild now?
Yeah.
Like, whatever guild you want?
Yeah, no. Dung Sweepers Guild. That's somebody.
You gotta clean up the town.
I will go ahead then, and we will have the players introduce themselves. I feel like there was something else I needed to go over, but I'll figure it out later, and I'll interrupt the entire story for it.
Okay.
There we go. We'll start with you,
Okay.
Mr. Grim Timbers.
Yeah. Apparently new member of the Dung Sweepers Guild. Superintendent, even. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Your cues.
So, Grim Timbers, Rock Gnome, recently come to Waterdeep. I say recently, like sometime within the last year. He's been sent on a mission from the very secretive Vinland, and he has recently been suffering some hard times financially. He's had to sort of turn to the criminal element in order to make ends meet. He's very capable at forging documents and is a fledgling spellcaster. And his good buddy Finn Littlemint recently came to Waterdeep and celebrated his birthday with him, and hopefully he can figure out how to accomplish the mission that he's been sent to accomplish, and make a little bit of fame and fortune for himself in the meantime. And who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Cole?
I'm playing Cole, Paleborn. So far, throughout the story, we figured out that Cole was on a ship for the last 5 years, working with the captain, who was not paying him properly. These fine gentlemen helped sort that all out, and so now Cole was paid for all of his back pay. And did you help? I don't think you helped.
No.
With that's what I meant, gentlemen. Yeah. Anyway, so Cole
us
was
to a
paid
dive, yeah.
back pay in the form of 2 giant kegs of ale. So last session we took the ale to a bar and sold it. So we got some gold, and then we went and met some of the local blacksmiths and leather workers. And Cole got outfitted for the first time in his entire life. So kind of a big deal for Cole. Cole's never had friends, and these people are becoming his friends. So it's kind of a big deal for him. So that's where we're at.
Mm-hmm. Cole has proper clothes now, and it's
Cole's dressed.
pretty nice.
Yeah, all on the great tab of our great friend here, Sunday Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Daddy.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Rick. I'm playing Sunday Plenty, a human fighter in transition to an assassin when it's all said and done. She's a little troublemaker. She's in her mid-20s. She's lived in Waterdeep her whole life, born and raised. Everybody kind of knows about her little troublesome ways. She's met an odd group of fellows she's come attached to. She's she doesn't quite have a friend, so she's kind of trying to make friends with these people.
She's been buying our friendship.
Yeah, well,
It's been nice.
kind of, sort of, but you know, you can say that. been using my daddy's money. I have. Anyway.
I'm John.
Dwarf and Finn.
I'm John. I play Finn Littleman, and I'm a halfling bard. And I just recently came to this town along with our cool new friend Cole. And he and I got out of a little pinch with our other good friend Grim, who I know from a long time. We picked up a new ally named Sunday Plenty, and she showed us the ropes of the town. And I think Grim kind of has like a hold of what the town's about, but I think Sunday's got like the better grasp. She kind of knows like the ins and outs, and she took us to her uncle's bar, the Lucky Dragon, right?
The Lucky Dragon.
I believe so.
Lucky Dragonkin.
Oh,
Dragonkin.
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 Okay. And
Uncle B.
Uncle B seemed
An apple. Yeah, that's right. Uncle B.
They paid very handsomely for that ale.
Yes, they did. But he said he was going to water it down, which hurts me on the inside.
It's not even your clan. Don't worry
I
about it.
know, but ale is ale.
That's true.
I am a chef before anything.
You're not even a dwarf, man.
Dwarf man.
You take that back.
What's a dwarf
Yeah,
man?
you might actually be a dwarf man. Anyways, you know what halflings are.
Anyway, I've also got new shoes and boots, so I'm no longer kicking shit with my bare feet. And it's all thanks to Sunday Plenty, who is probably...
Yeah. She'll be alright.
Did I
Don't
pay
worry
for
about
the
her.
silver great axe?
I don't know that. You're just a really good person.
How much was it?
That's right.
It was,
I am a good person.
I believe it was 50 gold more than what the player's handbook has it listed as.
Okay. We didn't talk
Oh.
about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll mark that down.
Yeah, you got 150 like left. You
What,
spent
on top
50
of that?
Yeah, you have 150 from the keg, right? The kegs, and then you also spent. Well, you only spent. You had 200 originally, and you
Yeah.
spent 50 on the axe.
Okay, that's what it was. 50 on the axe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you still have 150, but you
Yeah.
for some reason.
Alright.
Alright. And that is where we currently are.
We're making our way.
Players had met a few people, bought a few supplies,
Yeah.
and had begun to make their way to the yawning portal. And so, you pick up exactly there. The chill of winter has really set in. Winds howl down the streets of Waterdeep, sending snow flurries up and biting at exposed skin. Your destination is the yawning portal. The hub of adventuring life in Waterdeep. The structure is lit from within, beckoning the cold and weary at the end of Rain Run Alley, a comforting icon of hope and camaraderie, overshadowed by the hard parapets of Castle Waterdeep looming on high over you and the rest of the dock wall, shrouded in the snow of early winter. Jovial noise and scents of hot food greet you before even opening the door. Crossing the threshold, a warm smile of a barmaid greets you. Another patron walks behind with a casual slap on her ass. Her reply? 2 mugs of dark lager drown his face in the same dark tones of his leather armor. With a swift upward motion, her knee connects, leaving a gagging and whimpering man on the floor. Fixing an errant lock of hair and a friendly smile back on her young face, the barmaid goes on, with a grace beguiling her strength and serving clientele. Her departure reveals revelers drunk on merriment and stouts, singing and drinking with a dead troll, whose gore splatters and adorns a massive well, a span several men across that the star-crossed monstrosity seemingly emerged from. A wench lowers a quartet of brave souls into the yawning portal, to cheers and jeers of onlookers. The yawning portal, the tavern's namesake. A shout draws your eyes across the room to a familiar gaze of an acquaintance. Cole, you see before you a young woman. Her name is familiar to you. You have met before. She is Yagra. Oh, we don't have that image up.
I can turn it off.
Pew! Yagra.
That works.
There we go. The familiar face that greets you. She leans back from the bar where she is standing, gives a wave and a beckon over for you to join her.
Cole has some newfound swagger. He's never looked so good. And he like heavily lays the butt of his axe down as he walks, like letting everyone kind of really see what he's got. He's pretty happy right now. Walks up to Yagra. Akumuragash.
She looks at you with a swift rush of her fist, connects to your gut. She leans in, grabs you by the shoulder, her tusks smile, grimacing. She looks at your party members. In common, real quick, she says, almost thought I saw the rage in your eye. She looks again.
Cole looks away sadly.
It's there. She switches from common. Again, looking at your camaraderie, that your company and companions that you keep. And her brow raises a little bit, slight concern. She looks at you. Oh my gosh. No, mock called ishi. Gashnukar zakarshkam. Crash rock thukad. Oshkorva me kile azazi.
We just arrived. Don't know them for long.
Logabla ogren thak nuk tharkareva.
So far, I trust them.
Mathkazarataka. Magrunarak. With Bathrath Bat Garagruilig.
Look, Balar Ugunarin Tak Nuk Thrak Riva. I am done for now. Captain and I are done.
She leans her elbow under the bar. Takes her cup. Sets it back down. Big swig of her ale. Motions to Durnan to bar keep. Gishnuka Lokbolo Goganashar Oshkarava Mu Kilazi.
Yeah, we are looking for work.
No matakrochi. Akama Gijik Ishi Vasura Bota Buruk.
Yeah, we need coin.
Cole tells me that you might be someone who can do a few things. I am Yagra. Yagra Stonefist. I have known Cole for some time, though we have not spoken in many years. Not since I left. I had heard Cole had spent some time at sea. Your faces I do not know, although I think I've seen you.
Hi, I'm Sunday. Give it up.
Well, hey.
I love what you've done with your hair.
The whole time they're talking, Grim pulls out a notebook and starts trying his best to write down what they're saying in Orcish and Dwarvish script.
Do you understand Orcish?
Dwarvish and Orcish both have Dwarvish script, so I don't understand it, but I'm going to try my best to write what they're saying in Dwarvish script, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Give me a quick sleight of hand check to see how much of that you were able to write down.
They sound like
were
phonetically close. I'm trying to think of like how that works.
16. Yep, 16.
You get about half of it.
Okay.
That's cool.
Enough to probably kind of get the gist of some of it. As for the other parts, she kind of leans in a little bit. Durian brings up 2 very dark ale. Drink a go. To you, to I.
Cheers.
I grabbed the beer, sit next to him, cheers with him.
Yeah.
I don't even know whose it is.
The other guy is like, hey! Hey!
You'll be all right, honey. You'll be all right, darling.
I just look at him and grunt.
Not from
We're
Waterdeep,
keeping
are
the
you?
beer.
I pull out one of these like oversized human-sized stools and start climbing up it.
The other
Like
guy,
on top.
the other guy whose beer you just drank, looks at you.
Tear it down.
Thunder!
Survived.
He's like, I'm gonna rock your world.
We totally didn't play that. We should have been like,
Editing room.
Anyway,
The other guy whose ale you just drank looks at you and looks at the empty glass, looks at everybody else, and he's like, one day, things will change for you plenty.
Yeah, maybe. It's all right for now. Give the man another beer.
Durnan up doing his business, but Yagra, again, doesn't, she is already moving on.
Right.
Leans in again. I have been doing business here in Waterdeep for some time. I've worked up a little bit of a side hustle. The Zentarum and the Xanathars. It's a bit of a faction thing going on here in Waterdeep. You missed it earlier, got in a bit of a scrap, knocked a guy bloody. Then Troll climbed up. Some other group of people took care of that. Anyways, I've already talked to them, and they're talking to somebody who I work for, but I've been talking to somebody else. With the Zents here, something's fishy, something's up. Now I'm just a hired mercenary for them. I'm doing some protection for our man here, Davil Starsong, a high elf, not like any other that you would think. He's a bit more down to earth, friendly, not that hoity-toity nose up in the air type. But enough about him. I'm talking to another man. His name is Erstal Floxen. Remember his name. That chap is going places.
Which side is he working on?
Also Zentarum. But Erstal and Floxen and a few other Zents aren't seeing eye to eye anymore. I don't know what's up, but something. Times are changing in Waterdeep. Tell you what, I happen to know that Erstal is here. I trust Cole. I've heard of some of the things that he's done. Hear that he wrestled a shark to save his captain. Any man willing to do that to save a friend, well, I think you've got a great person on your side. And if Cole's willing to do that for somebody, well, I think that he might be able to get a bit of work done for Mr. Floxen here. If you don't mind getting your fingers a little dirty. Work is actually, as I hear, pretty honest, although, well, things happen.
Well, when I hear work, I assume pay, money.
Well, that's
Finances
between you and
involved.
Floxen now, isn't it? I'm
And-
not doing the hiring, short stack. I'm just the liaison.
okay. First off, what's a troll? Second, what are Zents? And third, what's a Xanathar?
Xanathar.
I put up 4 fingers when I say this.
Xanathars, some faction thieves. There's no official thieves guild here in Waterdeep, although Xanathars operate some kind of crime underground. Don't know much about them, don't much care. All I know is that they're stepping over their boundary. The Zents, Zentarum. Grabs her little amulet. Take a look at this. Pulls out kind of an amber.
It looks like that.
Yeah, pulls out a little amber thing.
Like that.
Puts it back.
Okay.
See the flying snake?
That's my tattoo. by the
Symbol
way.
of theirs. I'm guessing you won't have no trouble doing this. Other than that,
wait, so she's got one and you've got
I have a
one?
tattoo. Tiny.
you'd also recognize the Xanathars by this. Some sort of circle, dot in the middle, looks like an eye. 10 lines coming off it. Pretty dumb.
Yeah, that sounds really stupid.
I like glance over my shoulder at my beholder beater, my little rod.
Getting a rise out of Grim over
Push
there.
that down a little bit, out of sight. It's not what they think it is.
So
That's funny.
So what kind of work are these Xantarums looking for, you know?
Something's happening with the Zents and with the Xanathar. Some sort of turf war. Can't really say much. Again, mercenary. I pass on the information, looking for people like you who need work.
Where do we go?
I'll go get Mr. Floxon. You wait here just a moment.
Do whatever it takes to keep that other faction out.
She kicks her stool over a little bit, slides over, nearly bumps into another patron, stands up, bumps shoulder with somebody else, gives a scowl, the other guy kind of backs off a little bit, and she disappears into the crowd. Most of the tavern is completely busy and very crowded at the particular moment.
Cole makes it very clear that he is in love with this Zagro, and just staring at her as she walks away, like just swooning.
I like your friend Cole. She works out, doesn't she? She's gonna have to give me some inside tips.
He looks away quick. Ale!
Durnan, the barkeep, looks at you. Slides another ale your way.
Wait, are we at a table or the?
Up at the bar.
I couldn't see over all these people.
Right? I'm sure there's like halfling and gnome
Need a
stools.
booth?
in the
No,
yawning
like why would there
portal.
be tiny stools?
It's Waterdeep, man.
Waterdeep.
Yeah, but they don't make the bar top lower.
I pull up a gnome stool. There's got to be one.
There's gotta be
I
a
look
little
all
mini
over.
table.
It's for like kids.
There's gotta be a kiddie table.
It's got like
You guys can climb the rungs to sit in the normal stool.
Yeah, exactly. Grim.
Whatever. Get off your phone breaks, dude.
Go get your shine box.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll order
I'll help you up,
I'll order an ale
I'm already up here.
from Durnan.
Durnan, the barkeep, a friendly-looking man with a mustache connecting up to his, by his ears and his. Oh my God, what do they call it?
Sideburns. Mhm.
Yeah, with a mustache connecting up to his sideburns. Yeah, a strong chin. Looks to be about in his 40s. Just constantly at work. It's busy hour. There are a lot of people in here. It's the dead of winter. Anybody and everybody who's an adventurer needs a place to be, needs a place to get fed, and this is the hub. So he's just, it's ale after ale after ale. He is just getting everybody
Just
what they need.
slinging.
There is the smell of baked bread and a strong kind of soup broth that hangs in the air. There is a band who is currently up on stage. A particular strange-looking bard who is playing a lute of some sort with only 3 strings. Again, more people are descending into the yawning portal,
Strange-looking bar.
and people are cheering and everything.
Big
Again,
spade on
the
the
strangest thing that you really see in this particular spot is the fact that there is a group of people who seem to be having some sort of a little minor party. They are well into their cups, and they're drinking with this dead troll, charred from oil fire on one side of his face, and gore
Awesome.
splattered all over. And they're just all mockingly having sips with this dead troll.
What color is the skin on that troll?
The troll, it's a dark green, dark foresty green.
I thought it was orange. If I
Guys.
remember properly.
What are trolls?
Not that particular
You
troll.
keep talking about it, but I don't see it nowhere.
Finn, trolls are some creatures just like that one over there. They're
That dead thing.
Well,
That thing's real?
they're gross. Yeah. No, they
I
they.
thought that was just part of the bar.
No, it's a real creature. And Grim like gets up and walks over there, and he starts like identifying like the musculature of like the troll, and just like pointing at different things. And he's like, "See here, Finn. This is the left curvature of the ventricle artery belonging to the troll species."
I grab
think he knows
Finn by
about
his
trolls.
arm and go, "Come on, dear. Grim's boring the hell out of me. Let's go check out the troll by ourselves."
But he's
What?
right by the troll.
Come on.
All right.
Down
We'll
right
go
by
over
the
there.
troll.
Climb down my stool.
All that technical
Are you paying
talk.
attention, Finn?
Yes, I'm coming. Gosh. I've got these little legs.
I look down at my own.
A little faster.
I think you're
Cool.
taller
Just
than
kind of
me.
like,
Cole doesn't get off the bar stool, but he never lets an eye off you 3.
Never
Walk
mind.
up. Hey, fellas.
Technical difficulty here.
Who's your friend?
Stupid thing not working. Shut up, device.
It's
Nobody.
like beforehand, you're just kind of like in the silhouette, like almost like a Tower of Visa-esque, and you're like, see, this right here would have been like...
Yeah, and I pay like no attention
Right.
to the people that are like, one time I grabbed the
Yeah.
arm and it like swings right by someone's face and I
Oh.
don't even
Zero.
notice. Yeah.
Okay.
First
It's
kill.
right here that Yagra begins making her way back. She descends a set of stairs that have been coming from the upper levels, comes out of kind of a shady corner, and starts scanning the area. She sees Cole at the bar still, I believe, on his second ale, and then scans, browses, and then sees the rest of you with the troll doing... She doesn't even know.
I'm
She doesn't
squat
even care.
nimbleness. She can't see me.
Straight squat nimbleness right now.
Breaks
I
into-
blend into crowds.
breaks into room as people
Okay.
move to and fro. She manages to catch a glimpse of the top of
Yeah, like little...
Little red
your
nip.
hair sticking up.
like a lobster.
She
tail.
moves over, passes by Cole, a firm, friendly hand on the shoulder, and then passes on, moves a little further, motions to you three. Come.
And that's why trolls are dangerous. Let's go.
What's with the fire, though? Like, why did they bring it?
They don't like it.
Do an
I don't
intelligence
have a
check for me.
scientific
We'll walk
explanation
over
for
there.
that.
Alright.
Over to where
18.
Cole is.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely know that trolls have regeneration powers, and that fire and acid are pretty much one of the only ways to make sure that they stay dead.
Yeah, so you want to use a little fire, a little acid, and you'll burn it. Well, you'll crisp them. They'll be toasty.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep. And they can't come. Well, they won't. They're not gonna. You're not gonna see them again.
No.
Yeah. After that.
Device connected.
Alright.
Shut up, device.
Come along, Grim.
Okay.
It looks like they want us.
Let's go.
I'm already there.
Oh.
It must be easy with those giant legs of your human size.
Yeah.
They start squambling back.
They are
Takes me
nice,
another
aren't they?
10
Finn
minutes.
and I are winded. That's why my
They're
constitution
well
is so
groomed.
high.
Thank you very much.
Gotta be able to climb stairs.
Yagra, with a nod and a wry smile, and her staggeringly full height, to even an adult,